I do it because I know it takes uh, Twitch notifications like forever and a fucking day. Yeah. So I try to give my community a goodly amount of time to become aware that I am starting stream, so they have a chance to get here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay, everything's starting now. But yeah, I'm also going to show you the new Twitch feature of Stream Together, which is the thing that they put out that everybody lost their minds about. So it's like a really awesome feature that was implemented, like probably the worst implementation ever in the history of everything. Yes, the knock knock thing, yes. So Stream Together is part of that. And the knocking part was, again, it was something that they should have rolled it out like automatically like disabled instead of automatically enabled, number one. Number two, they really should have explained it better, what people were doing, what it was for, because the actual Stream Together part, so what'll happen is they'll send you an invitation, we'll join Stream Together. It lets everybody know that we're streaming together, and more importantly, it lets us merge our chats. So I can see your chat, you can see mine, and I don't have to have your stream pulled up and vice versa, which is great because it makes, and the neat thing is it also lets our moderators moderate each other's chats. So like because I know you don't have a whole lot of moderators, not that you probably need them. You are terrifying. That's what you are. Oh my god, Aki. But I mean, I've never seen anything crazy in any of your streams, so I guess you're doing okay. Right. Well, you'll have my hyper aggressive enforcers on stay for this stream. Yes, because I train them all. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, they're all just extensions of my own will. It's pretty cool. Well, they're like, friends of mine or whatever, and then when I took over, adminning for Michi, and I was like, okay, I need help, and I just drugged them along. Basically, they were not given many options. They were just basically told, cool, you're modding now, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, that's how this works. And I think it's been good for most of them because a lot of them needed to like be socialized a bit more. So now we have like a whole like mod team, which is great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, like, so my whole thing is like being reasonable is important, obviously, but like there are certain things that are just automatic fails in my book. Like there was one person that I streamed for now, and I think, what am I up to, like 11 people that I mod for? Well, okay, 11 people that I carry swords for. Am I actually modding for most of them? No, but they just like the fact that I have a sword, so I'm like, okay, that's fine too. But like, I've had situations where like somebody gave me mod, and within 5 minutes of giving me mod, this dude came in and said, do you like butt stuff? And I'm like, ha, bye, Felicia. It's just like that. There's like our first chat too. I was like, wow, the confidence on this one. Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy. Oh shit, I forgot to mute my microphone, so they've been hearing me ramble. You guys heard nothing. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Oh, wait, you're not. Wait, where are you? Why are you not on the screen?
Wow.
There you are,
I'm
chat.
tiny.
You are tiny. I feel like this is accurate scaling.
Probably.
Accurate scaling. Hello, chat. Welcome, Win. Thank you for coming. So on and so forth. We are doing things with friend Aki. Aki is going to be new to most of you, though I've known her for a while.
I don't know time, so yes.
Some length of time I have been aware of Aki. So, but Aki, I could put Aki on my shoulder. There we go. Hold on, there we go.
Oh, that's true.
There you go.
I
You were
met
in.
you during the Hannibal stream.
Yes.
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago. Yeah, it was the Hannibal stream when I became aware of. I'm trying to. I think I just randomly clicked on your channel, like you were suggested on Twitch or something like that, and I was sitting here.
Really?
And I listened to this very small anime girl give me a full rundown on the intricate plot points of the Hannibal television series.
Yeah, all 2 seasons.
It was wild. And then like the next notable thing that I was present for was Aki did like this like takes chat on a date to a con, and it wound up in the restroom at the con, and questionable things were being done to chat, and not questionable in the hot and steamy, questionable in the are you actually a licensed surgeon to be doing these things to us kind of way.
It was April Fool's. I wanted to have some fun.
Which is why I often refer to Aki as the adorable anime girl / cannibal. Allegedly cannibal. No, it's like, so that's like Aki's gap is that her like default setting is, oh, isn't she cute? And then she'll say something and he'll be like, oh, that's concerning.
No, you're like, wait a second.
Wait a minute. Okay. oh my. So yeah.
Listen, guys, I'm not a cannibal. I just appreciate the intricate themes that go into it.
Yes. Annabelle, amazing. Exactly. So she is cute and concerning. That's what a cannibal would say. That's what I'm saying, NFS. I just, you know. She did
cannot confirm or deny that because I wouldn't know what
I need to find
thinks like.
I need to find this tweet that Aki put out. It's one with it's the one with the hand asset. And like everybody's response to that was like, please don't bite me or something along those lines, wasn't it?
Oh, the whole comment section was like, please don't eat me.
I need to well, I mean, hold on, let me see if I can find this, because it's I think largely it has to do with the expression that you elected to have on your model's face for it, because it was definitely an expression of all time.
Yeah, I did that expression like the first time I got my model, and I was like, oh, I can do that.
Aki also does art. She's a really amazing artist. She also does cosplay. She's very good at cosplay. Aki does all of the things, but mostly she makes people concerned about their safety.
I found it.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yes. So can you send it to me, please? It'll be easier. Hold on, let me. All right. All right. Let me do this, and then.
Yes, so true. I'm like the angel on your shoulder.
Yes, being like, no, really, Pharaoh, it's fine. You can eat them. Hold on. Let me turn on my window cap real quick. Is that not it? Wait, I have a thing for this and I can never remember which thing it is.
I have so many sources in my OBS. I just can't find anything anymore.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It's not that. Alright, we're just gonna make a new source. Oh, that's right. There it is. Ah! There we go. Okay. Now you can, like, I mean...
When you shouted, at the same time it popped up. It sounded like I scared you.
Mildly startling. I mean, look at that, chat. Is that not the face of imminent violence? That is entirely the face of imminent violence. Are you kidding me?
I'm just looking at you.
There is murderous intent behind those eyes.
No.
It's like, oh, isn't she cute? Oh, I'm about to lose this hand, aren't I?
Yeah, somebody was like, I feel like I'm about to lose a finger.
Oh, look. It's Mono. Hey, Mono. How's it going, homie? And Ninjash, thank you for that follow, too. Yeah, like the whole hand, possibly part of the arm, you know. So yeah, that's what we call Aki, the adorable cannibal, because the violence is always possible. You're never actually safe.
No, I'm a safe person.
You're never.
Ask all my friends.
I don't know. Mono's posted some stuff, Aki. You've posted some stuff. What is it that you called Mono? Your emotional support thing? Like,
oh, that was by accident.
That one was great. That was absolutely hilarious. I did laugh a lot over that one. Poor Mono.
No, people do think I'm funny.
Yeah, when you join Aki's community, the longer you're there, the more you realize you didn't just join like her streaming community. You're suddenly submerged into the world of Aki and all of the things that she is and does.
So submerged.
Feel this tiny hand grasp your ankle as you're slowly drug into the depths. It's like, oh.
You can't leave.
You can't leave. It's amazing. So we have we're all emergency food in Aki's community.
Emergency.
Oh, that doesn't even take an emergency apparently.
I won't have emergencies. It's okay.
We're all the haha I'm in danger meme in Aki's community.
She's just like she's lurking somewhere.
You turn around because you feel like you're being watched. You see nothing, but you know.
It's so funny because I don't even tell them to do it, but they start reporting things to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, 2 people will tag me and be like, Aki, I saw Mono in someone else's chat.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't even ask for that, but thanks for telling me.
Mono, bro, are you good, homie? Do you need like witness protection? Like, do I need do I need to send somebody?
And my answer was like, oh, don't worry, I know, I'm also in the chat.
You're never safe, Mono. You're never safe. It's hard being Mono. It's hard being Mono. So we talked a bit this morning about what game we're gonna play, and we never quite made it to a decision. So I don't know if we're going to make it to a decision. We may sit here and blah blah. I don't know.
I am a very confident decision person.
Right, right. Very assertive. Maximum dominant presence at all times. That's
Yes,
Aki.
I'm not chill at all. I always know what I want.
Yes, completely accurate statement. Yep.
That was a pretty long pause.
Look, I'm trying to present you in a certain light. All right. What I was like, what is this? Oh, Mono, you signed a contract? Oh no.
It's worse than a contract. I bought him his favorite thing in the world.
Oh no. Did you happen to sign that contract in your own blood, Mono? Are you have we just unlocked a new Aki lore? She's secretly been a demon this whole time? Possibly even the devil?
Me, a demon VTuber? No way.
The most concerning thing I think with Aki is that her VTuber model is like, I am a normal anime girl. Like literally her model is, I am a normal anime girl, which tells you that she is not a normal anime girl, guys. We've all watched enough anime to know that the more normal appearing the anime girl is, the more concerned you ought to be.
Oh my god. It's like the joke where like if a male VTuber just has a hoodie and like jeans.
Yes. Exactly.
And then it's like, oh, they've committed unforgivable crimes, probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The most unforgivable of crimes. I'm not going to go so far as to say that Aki is a war criminal, but I do know that I look in my closet and under my bed to check for Aki before I go to sleep.
Oh my god. It's okay. I would never directly do anything.
Oh, that's great. So I just have to look for your minions. Gotcha. I can only imagine. There's something, I hear writhing noises, like eldritch horror noises. It's like, Aki sent one of her messengers. I see.
Messengers. And it's like people that I don't even tell them to do it. They're slowly conditioned to.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. You know what's funny is this sounds an awful lot like my community. Wait a minute.
That's why we're overlapping.
I see. We're yeah, all right. This is starting to make sense now.
You're becoming self-aware.
My legions are vast.
Do you have eyes everywhere?
Strangely, yes.
Yeah, I was like, I think you do actually.
I have a whole ass network of eyes, ears, and they periodically tell me when I need to know something. Exactly.
So
Part potato, precisely. Have you seen that meme about vegetables versus potatoes? Hold
no,
on.
I haven't.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's hilarious. Okay. I found it. Turn my display capture back on real quick. Bow. There it is.
Oh my god! No! Wait, this happened to me.
There, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This literally happened to me in
I.
my apartment.
Why am I not surprised?
It was like before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a bag of potatoes in my fridge, and I was like, it'll be fine because I'm only going home for 1 week. Uh, and then my mom was on the phone, like, she was like, you have to be careful. This COVID thing is serious. And I was like, my mom's probably just being paranoid because she's like a pretty paranoid person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I packed for 1 week, went back home, and then my school sent an email that was like, don't come back. We're kicking everyone off campus. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we quarantined for like months. And then when I went back and I opened the fridge, like the bag of potatoes.
Oh no.
Crazy.
Oh no. Where's the fucking soil?
Eldritch horror.
Potatoes are the eldritch horror of the vegetable world.
No, yeah, it was scary.
That's funny as hell. Potatoes are not to be trifled with or taken lightly. They are to be taken very seriously.
For real. I think I could survive off of potatoes.
So hold on, let me. I'm here. And York.
Well, I'm floating.
Hold on. Yort. There you go.
Okay, I was like, watch my size like not change.
No, we had to bring you up a little bit. Still lore accurate. Still lore. Okay, which model do you want me to switch to? Which model do you want me to switch to? Mareep. There's a couple to Mareep.
Like the Pokemon.
Yeah, Mareep really likes the Rizzler for some reason.
The who?
The Rizzler. The Rizzler 9000. This model.
That's the Rizzler 9000.
This is the Rizzler 9000. I'm sorry, the Rizzler 9001.
Well, where did the name come from?
That's something the community came up with. My community does things, and I just go, okay, guys, if it makes you happy.
I also care about my community's happiness. I completely understand.
Yeah. It's just like I say, my community and my artist. Like, this is actually fairly tame. She's done stuff and is working on other stuff that will never see the light of Twitch because I don't want to get banned.
Rizzler, like the child.
Oh my god.
I was thinking that too. I was like, wait, what?
No. No.
I was like, so Mareep just really likes that like child?
Yeah. No, this is what the community decided to call this particular model. It's the Rizzler model for some strange reason. I don't even think I know what child you're referring to. I think this is
I don't know him either. But
I think this is brain rot that I have somehow avoided.
it is indeed brain rot.
It sounds like brain rot. There's a lot of brain rot that I have managed to sidestep because, you know.
I unfortunately absorb information like a sponge.
The only Rizzler I know of was when Bibu from Hololive was doing all of her sticking out your gat for the Rizzler stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was the most that I was subjected to.
I absorb information really easily, so I'll just scroll my timeline and absorb like every brain rot possible.
Yeah, I have that same problem, which is why I have really worked hard to curate my timeline to make sure that I am reducing the amount of unforgettable things.
That's fair. I absorb also like just random pop culture. even like though I don't care about it at all.
Mm.
And I remember I'll find out things that's happening, and then I'll be like, Mono, I need to tell you about what happened to Ariana Grande.
Oh no. See, I learn a lot. See, I focus a lot on like VTuber drama, not because I find it interesting, but because I need to be aware of it, because Michi, bless her heart to the ends of the world, is not aware of any of it on a regular basis. So like I am forever having to basically dive on landmines in her chat from time to time, because she'll be like, oh hey guys, let's talk about this thing, not realizing that it's like majorly controversial at the time, and I'm like, Michi, no. There was when at the height of all the drama surrounding Mr. Beast, she was talking.
Oh boy.
She was talking about something. She's like, "Oh, we should watch a video by this person that was like part of Mr. Beast's like greater group." And it wasn't just me; it was a bunch of people in chat were like, "Michi, no, Michi, no." I had to explain to her real quick, Michi. We don't talk about Mr. Beast right now because Mr. Beast turned out to be a really terrible person surrounded by really terrible people. So,
like, please check DMs.
yeah. Oh, it's so funny because in Michi's chat, like, it was so bad, like me trying to DM her and her not seeing me trying to DM her, that she actually had to add a command so that mods can basically TTS her whenever. Because what would happen is I'd be trying to DM her and she wouldn't be seeing it, and I'd be like screeching in chat at her, and chat would start spamming her with the little Pepe ring bell emotes, check Pharaoh DMs, check Pharaoh DMs, so that she would see. Yeah. Yes, that's where that came from. Lulu was I'd be screeching in chat at her about something, and chat would start doing the bell ring thing, and then eventually she added the mod say, so that we can be like, Michi, no, Michi, stop, Michi, please.
That's a good idea. Unfortunately, I'm always caught up to everything.
Yeah.
It's good, but also like. My brain is exploding.
Oh, that's the first time you... Oh, yeah, the whole Sanrio. That was funny. I may or may not abuse Modse a little bit.
Abuse Modse? Never.
We do. Oh, yeah, you and Ray too, NFS, that's true. We all kind of generally, like... maybe abuse it to roast her from time to time. It's a thing. Well, I mean, your streams are usually super chill, and it's a lot easier for you to keep track of what's happening. Like when you've got like 4,000 fucking people in a chat, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Sorry, I just had a moment there. It's just, you know, every once in a while, the weight settles in on you, and you're like, oh my god, I volunteered.
Okay.
I volunteered
it's
for
okay,
this.
take your time. He has to turn around and look at the wall for a bit.
Yeah,
okay.
The running joke is it's why I drink. I don't drink as a general rule, but it's the running gag in her community is this is why I drink.
Oh god. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I don't think IU ever uses it. Honestly, I've never seen Ayuki use. Ayuki is another one of the mods. She's one of the admin. Yeah, I stream with her on Mondays usually. She'll be like the last person you meet, because as soon as she sees you, she's gonna want to IU Riz you because cute anime girl. That's Ayuki. Ayuki sees hot cute anime girl and she stops being able to fun. Yeah, we call it IU Riz. It's like this really awkward Riz. It's Ayuki. She's a very good person, but the IU Riz. Sometimes you just look at her and you're like, really IU? That was what you decided to go with, huh?
Oh no.
Don't get it twisted. We all love Ayuki, but man, present her with cute anime girl, and it's like her brain dribbles out of her ear.
Oh. Okay, I know someone with awkward Riz. Not saying any names.
Emmy immediately looks at you. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll meet her eventually. After I've had a chance to basically be like, Ayuki, be normal.
Please be normal. She will run.
We did the lockdown protocol collab, and Michi was there, and Gek was there, and like Gek is like deep lore my adopted daughter effectively, and Michi's like 7/8 my adopted daughter. So I had to tell Ayuki I've had a time, please do not IU Riz my daughters. Okay, thanks.
I like the fraction.
She hovers somewhere between daughter and niece. It's in that general vicinity.
No
Gek is like 100% my daughter in all things but blood. Like it's crazy that we met the way we did and when we did, because like really, if you want to know anything about Gek, is she's basically me but younger Asian girl.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It's absolutely hilarious. So, but I had to tell Ayuki, like, listen, you're not allowed to riz my daughters. And then of course Michi came in and started doing unspeakable things to everybody, because that's what Michi does. She taught everybody how to jork in the game. It's great.
How to what?
Jorking. Everybody was
jorking.
Jorking, yeah.
Jorking my peanuts.
Yes. Everyone, she immediately taught everyone how to jork. It was, I was like, well, you know.
I didn't know you had to be taught.
Well, in the game, you can actually like make the action, do the hand motion in the game. Because like you can point stuff like that, and if you, I can't remember which hand motion you do. If you do like this one particular hand motion while looking down, it really does look like you're jorking. So she taught everybody how to jork specifically in the game.
Oh my god, group jorking.
Yeah, there was group jorking.
Twitch was not a fan.
Yeah, she had to rename. She had to rename the emote because Twitch was not digging. Twitch was not digging that it was called jorking. Oh yeah, I forgot when Gek and Gran pinned you in the corner and you got jorked. Oh, and that was such an awkward stream.
Oh no.
It was, and then they wondered why I ran around and just absolutely murder faced them afterwards. Like, it was my job. I was like, come in here and start jorking. I'll show you what time it is.
Crazy line. Come here and start jorking. I'll show you.
I'll show you. So yeah, there will definitely be another that like I said, oh yeah, the blood feud between me and IU. That I liked the concept of Among Us a lot, I really did, but like you said, the whole like debate part, like the where you have to like defend yourself and whatever, is horrible. I hated that part of it. And there's no debating in Lockdown Protocol, there is just murder.
Okay, good.
And the funny thing is, because anybody can murder, that really confuses things tremendously, because you don't have to be the saboteur to kill the other crewmates. You can just do it because you want to.
Just do it for the love of the game.
Just for the lulz. You can absolutely just kill other people for the funsies of it.
That is kind of funny.
So it really confuses things a lot. Like, is the person that killed me actually the saboteur, or is it just somebody who felt like, lol, lol, get shot, bro?
Someone that just felt like it.
Yeah, yeah. It's really it's a amazingly it's my favorite party game now, honestly. And it's great because like you can just if you're built like if you're an FPS coded lunatic like I am, man, I love running through that game. When I'm the saboteur, ask Lulu. I traumatized people in that game.
Oh man.
I traumatized people.
What if you're the opposite and you don't touch FPS games?
You'll be the victim a lot. you'll you'll be the victim a lot.
I see.
You'll be
I'm
you'll be the victim until you learn. Yeah, I think once you learn, you're gonna be terrifying. I could see you being traumatizing in that game. Just imagine this: you're in the game, you're playing the game chat, and you hear Aki's little tee-hee, and then you die, right? Like that's gonna haunt you. You're gonna hear little Aki giggles, and then you die.
Honestly, yeah, I might start laughing because I'll think it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. So that's gonna be the experience for everybody when Aki is brought in for a round of lockdown protocol.
So what you're saying is I should start FPS training.
Well, we're gonna start your FPS arc. Get you in some Valorant or something. Since Valorant's free, and we play a lot of Valorant in this community. I got to start introducing you slowly but sure. I think Blaze will probably one of the first people that Blaze and probably Grand, because they're very mellow people in general. And then
after
there's this whole plan of bringing Aki slowly into the group circle, because I have to make sure everybody's like, now listen guys, she's very shy, you have to be gentle, or I swear to God I will punch you in your delicate places. So
well, if you guys are okay with carrying me.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I had a friend that was like, oh, let's play Overwatch together. And I was like, no, I'm like really bad. You don't understand. And he was like, no, it's fine. I'll cover for you. And then we played. And I took like 3 steps and then died.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh. And then I tried again and also died right away. And I just could not do anything. And the rest of the game was so silent. I was like...
We literally don't care. We play like Valorant strictly for the shits and giggles, and I mean literally like sometimes we'll get on voice chat like Lulu. So we call her Lulu, but we're talking about Kuku Agiri. So she is like so toxic in creative ways. It's actually kind of entertaining to watch her like get on voice comms or like get in the chat, because she's toxic in ways that she can't get reported for.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Creative toxicity.
Mm-hmm. Grand too. Grand also does it, but Lulu, that's really her specialty, is the creative toxicity. She says things and you're just like, oh my God, Lulu, are you okay?
Okay, gonna try Valorant then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try Valorant and then I'll finally become a true cool Asian girl.
Valorant's probably the most chill FPS game, because it's really not a whole lot of run and gun. It's a lot more methodical. Like if you're actually trying to get things done, it's more like if you've ever seen people play CS:GO. It's based off of, it's basically CS:GO with abilities.
Oh.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of, you know, walk, stop, shoot, walk, stop, shoot. So like, you know, you're gonna die a lot.
See,
We all die a lot. It's fine.
see, I like methodical over anything else.
Yeah.
But once you place me in a situation where my actions influence other people, my brain completely blanks, and I'm like, how do I walk in this game again?
Valorant is a lot lower, is a lot slower paced than pretty much any other shooter out there that I've ever played. So it's fine.
God.
Yeah, it's way slower paced. And again, we're not playing, you know, we're not playing ranked or anything crazy like that where we just do swift plays and talk shit and get killed and then, you know, sometimes we win.
Nice. Okay, I'll ease into it. Because for
Yeah.
some reason, everyone I know really wants to watch me shoot things.
I think watching you play Valorant would be entertaining in the extreme.
Entertaining in the extreme.
Aki violence. Everybody knows it exists. They want to witness it.
Yeah, everyone's just like, don't you want to go crazy?
It's like we can all see the madness hiding behind your eyes. You do a really good job of keeping it on a leash. We're all like, no, let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out.
Yeah, I realized because I went to a concert with my friend. I think it was... Oh my god, I forgot the band name. I think it was My Chemical Romance. But I went with her, and I'm the type of person at a concert where I'll just be like, yay, and then like clap. And she was like, no, you have to scream. She was like, you have to scream and let it out. And then she was like, don't you have stress in your life? This is like the time to scream and let it all out. And I was like, I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. So the whole time it was just my friend being like, scream! And then she's like pulling me and trying to make me jump. And I'm like, I don't know, I feel kind of chill right now.
See, I don't see your when I feel like when your madness comes out, it's not like a screamy, ragey madness. It's more of that, you know, terrifying giggles in the dark right before like something grabs you and drags you into you know, the shadow realm or some shit like that. It's like Eldritch horror vibes. Eldritch horror vibes.
That is true. I think when I have gotten like heated in a game, I just start laughing.
Oh God. I knew it. I knew it. She does the insane laughter. At that point you go, oh fuck. Oh fuck. I don't know what Wakfu is. I have heard of Stranova, but I haven't played it yet.
Stranova.
It's
I saw it on the timeline.
I think it's like a newish. It's kind of flat Valorant. Okay. It's a flat Valorant. Is it on Steam?
No, anime girls.
Immediately gets Aki's interest.
I thought Stranova was like... I was like, oh, is it like another FPS thing? And then the first image is like anime girls.
That tracks. So it's not available in the US right now?
And
No?
how's everyone playing?
I don't no. Oh, I think they're talking about something else. Stranova's on Steam.
Oh, Valorant with Super Paper Mario. Get into the world mechanics. I like Super Paper Mario.
Well, we're gonna have to add this onto the list of things to play, I guess.
Wakfu.
We can learn it together.
Yes, I'm sure our learning pace will be the same.
Probably. I tend to learn video games rather quickly. I'm not saying I'm not saying that makes me good at the video games, but I do tend to learn them pretty quickly.
I was gonna say me too, but I can't even bring myself to lie about it.
No, we'll start with Valorant. Valorant's one of those games that's easy to learn, very difficult to get good at. So
Yikes. Okay.
well, it's a lot of it is just about like aiming, right? So like that's the hard part in Valo, because for the most part, if you're not like learning the guns, but there's like a whole shooting range that you can like built into the game, so you can go and get familiar with how the guns feel.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
I've only done the shooting range for every game. I did a shooting range, and then I'm like, well, that was the game. And then I delete it for more storage.
Yeah. Once you get familiar with the guns, then we can do like custom 1v1s or whatever, so you can practice like the different like abilities and stuff that the agents have. I don't know if you happen to have the Xbox Game Pass, it unlocks all of the agents in the game, so you don't have to like earn them or buy them, which is kind of nice.
I wonder if I do have it. I tend to have a lot of things that I don't know about.
Yes, we discovered that this morning.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell them. I have to tell them, guys.
Go ahead.
So Aki and I were talking about what games we might play tonight, and I was like, hey, if you go on the Prime Gaming thing, they've just added a whole bunch of new free games. Some of them look pretty cool. And Aki's like, what's that? And I'm like, what do you, what? It's like, you have Amazon Prime? She's like, yeah. And so I linked her the webpage for the Prime, freebies or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, I had no idea this existed. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and you were like, oh yeah, Overcooked 2 is like free right now. And
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I bought that game.
Yeah, it's really good to check that Prime Gaming page from time to time, especially at the beginning of a month, because they usually add new games at the beginning of the month. So yeah, so we've got I went through and downloaded a whole bunch of, or at least redeemed a whole bunch of games. I just need to download them. So like Overcooked 2 is on there.
The extent of my Prime Gaming knowledge is when someone subbed with Prime Gaming, and I was like, oh, cool. And then that was it.
Amazing.
I was like, oh, I guess they just get a free sub.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub a month, which is apparently a better value than the paid-for subs.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the Prime sub is whoever you give the Prime sub to, that Prime sub has more monetary value than a regular sub or something. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah.
In the sub economy.
In the sub economy, yeah. It's the I try to save that sub for my favorites.
Yeah, I don't even know how much money you get now.
I don't know either, honestly. I don't pay attention. I work full time, so like the amount of money I make from streaming is negligible, because I always tell my community not to worry about it, because it's like my bills are paid,
It's okay. It's coffee money.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna set up a dono goal at some point here too, because everybody's like, when are you gonna get a live 2D model? And I'm like, I don't know, when I make enough money from streaming to get a live 2D model.
You're like, let me check my PayPal. Not right now.
Yeah, and people are like, well, set up a dono, and a dono goal, and I'm like, I don't want to set up a dono goal, but I guess I'm gonna have to set up a dono goal here at some point so we can put a bar.
Setting up a dono goal, I have to actually go to the website and log in.
Yeah.
And legit.
Yeah, I have to do all those things, I guess, at some point, so. Oh yeah, and emote. Well, I don't need money for emotes. It's just a matter of when my artist is free. She's already said she wants to do emotes. I feel so bad, because I have like especially Eileen does all this art, and then I'm like, cool, let me give you money, and she's like, I will literally bite your hand off, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I won't give you money then. She absolutely refuses to accept any form of payment for all of the art that she does.
Yes, that is the what do you call it? The snake that eats itself. That's the artist curse.
Yeah.
Like, we need money, and then somebody's like, oh, here, let me pay you for this, and I'm like, no. I'm like, no, don't give me your money.
I tried that NFS. She figured me out very quickly and got sassy with me about it, so I stopped trying to do that. It's like I want to give her money, but if it upsets her that I give her money, then it's like not worth trying to give her money, right? Because so then upsets her, and I don't want to upset her. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Especially if it's like someone you're friends with, because I have a friend that really likes commissioning me, and then I'll always give them like a lower price because they insist on paying, and then he has to be like, no, I am commissioning you as an artist, not as my friend right now. And I'm like, but I only see you as my friend.
Yeah, yeah. Artists. Like some of my artist friends are able to like see the difference between us being friends and me being a customer, and that's fine. Like the person that I have that's going to do my model for me, like she understands that there's me and her as friends, and there's me and her commissioning her to make a model for me, so I'm gonna pay her for it.
I can't. All of our memories flash through my head. They're like, I'm commissioning you as an artist, and I'm having like flashbacks of them building the raft for me in Raft, and then like we're collecting fruit together, and I'm like, how can I see you as just my client?
We survived on the ocean for days.
You killed a shark for me.
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes when you have the artist friends and you're trying to give them money and they're just like, no.
Yeah, there's also that whole other thing where I didn't realize this was happening until like several people were trying to befriend me. But like they'll try to befriend an artist to get like free art from them.
Yeah, and that's so fucking scummy.
Yeah,
that's so scummy.
People were doing that to me. And then, but they quickly realized that they don't get free art from me.
Yeah.
Because anything I draw is based on my impulse at the time.
Right.
So it's like, oh, suddenly I'll draw something for someone. And then I'll go like 3 months not drawing anything. And they're just like, never mind.
Uh-huh. That's good, because that's gross and cringe. Being friends with an artist specifically to try to get free art out of them is very Ian and independent VTuber though. That doesn't surprise me in the least.
Oh.
That does not surprise me in the least. There's a reason why I'm as particular as I am about interacting with people in the
one of my artist mutuals, because I have like a separate art account, and they don't know anything about VTubing, but a VTuber commissioned them. And then they posted on their private account where they were like, I finished a commission, but like my client had no reaction to it. She was just like, thank you. And then she just left. And she was asking like, are all VTubers like that? I don't even know if I did a good job on the drawing. And I had to explain to them like, unfortunately, a lot of VTubers see art as just like content.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I have to post a new sketch, or like, oh, I have to post a new commission.
Yep.
Add my little hashtag, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, unfortunately, they do see it as just like, okay, this is another thing for me to post, and as opposed to like usual clients, so they'll be like, oh my god, thank you so much, like I really love what you did here. And there is, most VTubers are like that, where they're like, thank you so much, but there are those VTubers that will view commissions or art they get as just like, okay, this is content for Wednesday or something, you know?
Right, and it's very true. They're just like, oh yeah, art. It's like,
They're like, it's about time for me to post a new commission.
The artists, the VTubers that are addicted to Skeb always amaze me too. Like, has been trying to get a new model for a year, but is consistently ordering new art from Scab, and it's like, well,
oh
well, you know,
I knew someone
Scab
that,
tubers, yes.
yeah, I knew someone that, well, I didn't know them, but we were mutuals,
Right.
and they would be like, oh, they would talk about money, but then they would like post talking about how much they spent on skips. Like, not even like, oh, I spent a lot. They would post like the actual number.
The actual
like, this
dollar
is how much. Yeah, they're like, this is
amount.
how much I spent this month on skips alone. It's like, brother, nobody needs to see this.
Yeah, that's crazy. I spent $5,000 on Scub, and it's like, ah, yes, and this is why you are still a V-tweeter.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like, oh,
yes.
great. What do you want us to say?
Yeah. There, dude, Pulse, which one? There are so many that meet that criteria.
Constantly commissioning SFW. Oh, there was someone that was okay, the same person that would post like how much they spent that month.
Mm-hmm.
They would constantly get NSFW scabs, but like with all their female friends.
Oh, that's so cringe.
Yeah.
That's so
And they'll be like,
cringe.
this month I spent over 5K. It's like, okay.
That's. I hope they at least ask permission first. God, it's
like, where are you getting this money from? But then you'll ask for money more. But then you're like, oh, I have 5K for scabs.
yeah. Like, okay, spends 5K on Skeb, still does not have model. That's always my personal favorite. Are the ones that are like, I'm spending, $1,000 a month on Skeb or whatever, but then like they're still on PNG status, and I'm like, okay, bro, maybe.
Yeah, there's like, I get it, because a lot of the interaction is from posting art of yourself, so
Right,
like, oh, I just need to get a ton of scabs, and also just because scab addiction is like part of the culture or whatever. But there's a smart way to go about it where you don't end up spending 5K. Like, you can find so many artists on scab that are really like within your budget. You just have to look for it.
Yeah.
But these people will blow so much.
Yeah. What's funny is I periodically get like emails from Skeb. I don't know how they got my email, because I've never signed up for a Skeb ever in my life. And yeah, I periodically, and they're like it's like almost entirely in Japanese, which I don't speak Japanese or read it or anything. And it's legitimately from Skeb, and it's like them like there'll be like just enough English for me to understand that they're basically like, hey, do you want to get a Skeb? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. I actually used to have a problem because you know how artists can send appeals.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an issue with feeling guilty.
Oh no.
So somebody would send an appeal and they'd be like, I really hope you'll give me a chance. Your design is so cute.
Oh
and
no.
they'll write like so many sweet things, and I'll be like, oh.
Oh no.
Like, oh, okay, you can draw for me. And then like more people will send appeals, and I'm just like, I can't get it from all of you.
You need a manager. Oh my god. How do you survive?
I need a guilt manager.
You need somebody to act as a layer between you and the internet at large.
True. I have made many mistakes because I was like, but I feel bad.
Oh my god, Aki, please, Aki, no. We'll have to have a conversation after this.
Oh boy. Did you, talking about scabs? There's a page I followed where they'll post the scab and then the price, and it's usually really affordable prices, like $20 or something. And then did you hear about that?
No.
It's like Saxy was their name.
That sounds familiar, but
they
I
went to like military service, and then while they were gone from military service, everyone found out that the Japanese girlfriend they had was completely fake, and it was just dumb.
wow,
Did
that's
you see it?
crazy. No, this sounds
It
very
was
familiar
crazy.
though.
I had
I
to.
think I think I saw it at one point, maybe.
Yeah, so the girlfriend had like a whole account,
Right.
and then it was like this Japanese like uh internet girl, like e-girl basically.
Right.
And everyone found out later like she was actually like a influencer. But like based in Japan, and she has her own account.
Oh no, I remember this. Yes.
He was taking photos of her and then posing as her.
That's right. I do remember this.
He
Yeah, I
did,
remember.
oh, my Japanese girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then he had like one post where it's like, where he tweeted as her. And he was like, oh, we broke the bed today. And I was like,
oh no. Yes, I remember this now. Now that you, yeah. Also, hello,
yeah.
Reika. How are you? Welcome in. Can I get a shout out for Reika, please? Where are my mods? I remember this now. Yes, I do. As soon as you started talking about the Japanese, I remember seeing this. It was all over Twitter for a little while. Yeah, it was all over Twitter for a hot minute, and my mods are slacking. Oh no, there they go. I remember now. Woloda, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. No, I remember because like people were like absolutely disassembling this man on Twitter once they figured out that all these pictures that he was posting of this girl were actually this very like well-known Japanese influencer, not like
not like some girl on Pinterest.
Yeah, not like some random. No, like she is like one of the like top like 20 That's fine, Carol. I'll always make sure that I holler about who needs to get a shout out. Yeah, no, I remember because she's like I think like top 20 or something in Japan. So like no, this isn't this is different drama. It's not. We're not. Let's not even get started on Johnny Somali. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
What an absolute fucking train wreck that man is.
Yeah, no.
And jeez. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I hope South Korea fucking buries him under the courthouse. I really do.
Yeah, no.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
I was catching up on it, and that one clip alone,
yeah.
I was like, there really are people like this just everywhere.
And this is and it's the thing is this is like years. Like I have been following this. Sure. I've been following the drama around this guy literally for years. The shit he used to pull in Japan.
Yeah, I saw the Japan stuff too.
Absolutely mind-boggling. Like, yeah. And then the shit he pulled in Israel, I'm surprised that they didn't fucking kill him. The shit he was doing there, like, typically speaking, the Israeli military does not play games. I know he got his ass beat really hard. And then.
If there's one thing South Korea doesn't play with, it's South Korea.
Yeah. No, he's definitely cooked in Korea. I don't think he's gonna be able to finagle his way out of that one, honestly. And he shouldn't. The absolute disrespect, the audacity of going up to that monument and disrespecting that monument, like, honestly, I really hope that he gets to spend a good 10-15 years in Korean prison.
Yeah, they were ready for him, and then all those Korean streamers sniping him.
Yep. I like the dude, the ex like special forces, like ex-Korean special forces guy that like mollywopped him in front of the police, like didn't even care. Did not even care. He was just like, nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and show him that these hands are rated E for everyone real quick. Like, yeah. I can't even imagine. I think he's banned from Japan now. I'm pretty sure after the last round of shenanigans he pulled there that he's like banned from entering the country now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Japanese are Japan. Yeah, if he ever tries to come back again, yeah. I think he's banned from travel in a few countries now, in South, especially in Southeast Asia. I wish he'd have gone to China with that nonsense. You would have never known what happened to him. He would have disappeared. He would have disappeared if he had gone to. I think that's why he never went to China and pulled that bullshit, because he knew the Chinese would have just been like, "Oh, hey, come with us," and that would have been it. No more, no. The internet asshole Johnny Somali disappears in China. Nobody knows what happened to him, and nobody cares. Yeah, I think it did end up being like a mini game over there. Yeah. I mean, he I don't know. If you're any kind of a streaming platform and you allow him to be on your service, I think that speaks a lot. I think that's like one of the main reasons, like even with all the drama with Twitch, why I would still to this day never consider Kick as an option, because Kick has allowed him to use their platform with all of the shit that he does, and I'm just like, if that's what you let happen on your platform, I don't want to be associated with your platform.
Yeah,
you know,
many a diabolical things happening on there.
Yeah, Kick is, and like it sucks because I would really love to have an alternative to Twitch, because Twitch propagates anti-VTuber shenanigans on a regular basis, and I don't care for this platform at all. Yes, Twitch, if you're listening, do better. But like there's really not a viable alternative, because I mean YouTube is arguably worse.
I thought about YouTube, but then I was like, my emotes.
Well, yeah, it's not just that, but it's also like from a moderation standpoint, YouTube has nothing for moderation tools. Like really just nothing for moderation tools at all. You can time people out and you can mute them, and that's it. That's all you can do. And the you know, like how Twitch has like moderation like baked into it. So like if you're a moderator, right, you go to your channel that you moderate for, you click the sword button, and all your mod tools come up, all your panels, all your information, everything's there. YouTube has none of that. It is just, if you see somebody say something stupid, you try to catch their name in chat and do something about it. That's all you can do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, YouTube is an absolute circus for trying to. Yeah.
For a platform that was signing former Twitch streamers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pro, you're absolutely right. I wish they had checked him for drugs, because boy, he'd have been cooked.
Oh.
I'm glad
they slapped a drug charge onto him in Korea. Because drug charges in Korea are like, you're done for.
Dude, I wish he'd have gone to Indonesia with some pot. Do you know about how Indonesia does pot? That's a death sentence.
I've heard.
Yeah, no, you get the death sentence for pot in Indonesia. It's wild.
Yep.
Absolutely wild. Indonesia does not playing with you about some drugs. Yeah, literally death sentence. Like, not like playing around, like literally you are going to be put to death. And it's not like Western death sentence where you spend 20 years in appeals. It's like you're cooked straight off the bat. So I'm not saying I want that for him, but I'm also not saying that I'd be sad. Like, I'm not wishing any bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that it wouldn't really bother me either. Oh my god. So yeah. Yeah, go to Kick for the Kick money and then come back to Twitch. Yeah. No, I would love to see a viable alternative to Twitch. I think that would be great. I think Twitch needs some kind of a competitor to maybe make them be better, you know. I know at one point there was an outfit that was trying to set up like a VTuber specific streaming service.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what happened to that.
I don't know. I was on there. I'm trying to remember what it was even called at this point, because I was on the Discord. I was one of the first people that joined like their community or whatever.
Right.
And I don't know. I really wasn't. Well, yeah, Pulse.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the big problem. Oh, is that what it was, Cario? Okay, because I never really paid a whole lot of attention to it. Like I joined it and I looked at it every now and again, but I never really like paid a whole lot of attention to what happened. All I know is like, oh, so yeah, because Mousy was there. Like there were several of the Shoujo girls were there. I remember I saw Zendaya was there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There were a bunch of people on the Discord server, and then one day they just announced, "Yep, not gonna happen." And I was like, "Oh, huh. I wonder what happened with that."
Didn't you also have to send your like VTube files, or was that in another
Yeah,
one?
no, I think that's what Carrie was saying. This is the one that
Ah,
they wanted uh your them to upload their basically their VTuber
right.
files, yeah, to their
That was
server,
like
and
super sus.
that's just absolutely not, that's an absolute no go, like, right, like you would never, I mean,
Mhm.
as soon as you do that, they basically have your access to your everything, right? That was a big
Yeah.
part of what Kevin got shit on for when during that whole thing over Mousie's model. It was revealed that when he was doing models, because he did the copy paste thing for his rigging, there was a
Ah,
file that
yes.
he was giving out. I can't remember what the file is called,
Yeah, and then
but
the necklace was all messed up
well,
too.
it's not just that, but the there was a file that he was including whenever he would give people back their models or whatever, and this file basically had every VTuber model he'd ever rigged in it.
No way.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. It was like there was, people weren't talking about it as much, but there were several people that were talking about it, and like people were mostly focused on the way he butchered Mouse's art or whatever.
Yeah.
But then other people are like, oh, it's worse than that, because then they said that there's this, like, I don't know, IP3 or not, yeah, not every model, but a lot of them, a whole bunch of the models that he'd
That's
worked
so
on were
crazy.
like in this file. So like if you unpack this file, you had like Iron Mouse, one of Iron Mouse's models, and one of this other person's models, and like there's like all these people's models in this file. And it was, yeah, I remember seeing that on Twitter, because like I say, most everybody was focusing on him for, again, what he did
Mhm.
to, the art for Mouse's model.
Right, right.
But then somebody else was like, oh yeah, that's terrible, but also, and it's like, oh, a lot of people are like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Wow.
And yeah, it was just like, it was not good. It was not good. So
Jeez.
yeah, yeah. I mean, imagine you get a model rigged by Kevin, and you get this other file, and like, oh, I wonder what's this file about, and then you open it
Iron
up and it's
Mouse.
like Iron Mouse, and I think he did one for Centrea, and like there's like all these different like major VTuber models that is just there, and you're like, oh.
Like,
Like,
great.
yeah, there was a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was a whole ass disaster. Like he I think the biggest problem with Kevin is that, and like, I've defended Kevin in other circumstances where, I think people were going after him for something that I can't remember what it was now, but there was something I was like, come on guys, like, really? But this one is like, no, all right. And I think the biggest problem with it was that the way his response to it was just
Yes,
like,
his reactions.
well, guys, AI is going to replace us all anyway, so I'm just trying to get as big of a bag as I can. And I'm like, what?
Brother.
Bro, homie, listen. This is not this is not the this is not the way. um Oh yeah, his Gunner posting. Yeah, Kevin's been problematic about a few things. But some of it,
Yeah.
it's just like, like there's things you get down on somebody about, right? That's legitimate. And then
Mhm.
there's some things that's just like, is this really necessary, guys? Like, come on, there are bigger problems in this world. Hey Faction, how's it going, Omi? Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome in. But no, this the whole thing with Mouse's model is just like, if you're gonna fuck it up, right? How
Mhm.
about don't fuck it up with like the
One of the
like
biggest.
like Iron Mouse is like the Gura of independence, right? Like
Right.
Iron Mouse is like Iron Mouse is to Twitch what Gura is to YouTube. for VTubing, honestly.
And
Like,
yeah, so everyone was like, if you're doing this to Iron Mouse, then
right? Then you know he's doing it to everybody else, right? Like,
yeah,
oh
'cause
my god.
this is your like biggest
This
client.
is like she's literally the darling of the ball for Twitch VTubing, and you just fucking manhandled her goddamn model, like, bro.
It's like, what about everyone else?
That's cool, faction. I understand, man. Have a good night, homie. Sleep well. I mean, yeah, right. At least he doesn't discriminate.
Yeah, at least he's consistent.
At least he's consistent, right? He doesn't just fuck it up for the little VTubers. He fucks it up for everybody. Oh man, yeah. Exactly, Pan. Exactly. Like Mousy has always been just like the most wholesome little bean on
Oh, for sure.
in Twitch, right? And doing bad things to Iron Mouse should get you beaten with sticks, like just by default.
Like, why?
Right.
Even people that don't watch VTubers or aren't into VTubers or don't like VTubers,
Yeah.
even they are like, yeah, Iron Mouse is great. Like my sister is totally not down with like the whole VTuber thing. But then she'll send me like messages every now and then where she's like, "Oh, I saw Iron Mouse did this," and she's like, "Oh, Iron Mouse is so nice."
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Mouse is amazing. She's absolutely a lovely person and does not deserve to have bad things happen to her. Yeah, same thing with it. Yeah, Henya too. I'd put Henya on that list as well. Like these are two people who literally exist to do nothing but try to spread positivity. So like being mean to them, it's like kicking puppies. Like why? Like what are you getting out of this? Oh, also Curiel, I just saw that you resubbed earlier. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it, homie. Holy shit, I am lagging so hard tonight. Yeah, like being mean to Henya or to, well, really, I'd even include Zendrea in that statement as well, because Zen is another one that doesn't do. I mean, like, yes, she's sassy, and she's a troll, but she spends all of her time trying to be positive. Like, you know, I don't. Oh, you bought the 6-pack. Gotcha. I forgot you bought the 6-pack. That's right, because you're insane. But yeah, like I don't know. It just seems like you know being mean to the majority of Yoshojo. It's just like why? Like what do you like? What like what have the funny anime girls done that to warrant this behavior? Because I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah. Usually the hate is like
Jealousy is an ugly emotion. Jealousy is an ugly emotion. Is where I think a lot of it comes from. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I have definitely encountered VTubers that the hate they get is the hate they brought upon themselves. Like, no question asked. You know, this is not a blanket statement for VTubers. There's a lot of things I would say, except for that I can't say those kinds of things anymore because I have to think about brand affiliation. Life was.
I get it's completely brought on by myself.
Pulse, don't be dumb. Yeah, same, Pan. It was really cool to see Connor come out and make that statement. I mean, I'm not surprised, you know. Like I totally get where Connor's coming from. You know, being kind of in not the same degree, but a similar kind of situation. Like when you're like the flesh tank for the VTubers, right? Like I get it, you know. People don't be mean to my anime girls or I'm gonna fucking get nasty real fast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Connor doesn't do drama. Connor's never done drama. He's really tries hard to avoid drama. So if Connor feels it's necessary to come out and make a video like that, you know you done fucked up, Aaron. Because that is not a Connor thing to do.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm not saying I disliked Kai. Kai was just not somebody that I paid a lot of attention to because I don't really pay a lot of attention to like live streamers. Like I really only deal with the VTuber community or whatever. But I thought it was good that Kai came out and like did that with Mouse because it's like him. Because a lot of his community was really pretty nasty to her. And for him to come out and be basically like, guys, like, do better. Like, if you're going to be in my community, do better. Because there's no reason in this world to be mean to the anime girl. Like, there's no, why are you guys doing this? Is not what I'm about. Yeah, he's just not, it's not like, again, I don't have an issue with Kai. It's just not my kind of content. It's not what I typically watch. So,
Yeah, I agree with you, Pan. So
mhm,
from the stuff I have seen, cause I do keep up with like streamers and stuff. I
yeah.
don't watch him, but some of his clips are really funny, and I
Hmm.
think just from experiencing him through clips, you can kind of tell he doesn't have bad intentions.
Yeah.
But his chat is like a cesspool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if he tells them to stop, yeah, it gets to that point where
Hmm.
maybe it's because of the way you fostered your community, but like your community just won't listen to you.
Hmm.
Cause I remember he had like a for his subathon,
Hmm.
he had someone come in and like give him a massage, basically like a professional masseuse.
Yeah.
And she literally like halfway she got up and she's like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not gonna do this anymore because the
Yeah.
chat was just so
Out of
awful.
yeah.
Like talking about her, and then
Yeah.
he was like, guys, if you don't stop this, like I'm just gonna stop this segment. Like they don't anyways.
Yeah.
It's just like,
The problem is that like when you have so like and I've had to have this conversation with a lot of like smaller streamers and stuff like that because like so like when a streamer is small and they're trying to grow, a lot of time there's like a fear of being assertive
Right.
about moderation, right? Because you're trying to grow, and if you're banning people, well, that's not necessarily that's not growing. And it's like, okay, but here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing: is especially when you're starting out, you have to think about what kind of a community do you want, right?
Yes.
And you have to be willing to accept that in order to have to curate the community that you want means setting boundaries and
Yes.
being firm in those boundaries. And so what you find a lot is that a lot of these people that have these massive communities now that are like Kai's community, right, is that at some point Kai needed to just basically give his mods a blank check and say, listen, if we see anything that meets this criteria, get them gone. I don't want them in my community. And I mean,
Yeah.
he could do that now. It would be a lot harder. It would be a lot harder to do because of how large this community is. But it comes down to assertive
Yes.
enforcement of boundaries and allowing your moderation staff to do the moderating and not like with Michi's community, right? So like obviously she's not nearly the same community that
Mm-hmm.
Kai has or whatever, but like again, we'll have 4,000 people in a chat is not uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty standard number of people, right? And for the most part everything's fine, but like Michi has basically like Michi came to me and said, you know what needs to be done, do it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I went to the moderators and said, this is how things get done. We give chances for some things, we give no chances for other things. If at any point you think somebody needs to just be gone immediately, get them gone. It's like if you have somebody as a moderator, that's like making a I trust your judgment statement, right?
Right.
And then you have to back them. You have to back them when they make decisions because you've given them that power. Now, obviously, you do get moderators sometimes that are a little over the top, right? And you have to
Mm-hmm.
curtail that. But like, we don't have a lot of problems in Michi's community, and I think part of that is people know that there are no games being played when we say you need to stop. You need to stop, and if you don't, well, you wind up like that dude that we just banned that I was telling you about.
Ah, yes.
So um
Yeah, that's the thing also because I think most of like the biggest streamers, uh, the way they curated their community was like letting a lot of things slide because you don't want to be that streamer
mhm.
that you're like, no, I don't like this type of person in my chat, or like, no, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like this, and then you upset people, and then you just don't grow as fast or as easily that as you could have if you
Mm-hmm.
were like, oh, I'm just a really chill person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hold on, I've got an ad break. Hold on, since we're yapping. Let's wait for this ad to go before we talk about too much more. These
Oh,
ads.
Venmo ad.
Venmo ad. Gross. Imagine.
Imagine using Venmo.
Imagine using Venmo. So this is why I spend the $15 a month and just have Turbo, because I can't afford to sub to everybody that I want to sub to, and Turbo gets rid of all of the ads. One of those things I always thought was really dumb is that people, like, your moderators by default should be immune to ads, in my opinion, because they're
I think so
literally
too.
doing work. Like, they're literally doing work.
That's wild.
You know,
Literally, we have to make
like,
the sense from your mods too.
yeah, like they're literally basically doing work for Twitch effectively, because they're moderating Twitch's community, right? The greater Twitch community. So
And ads just keep getting longer.
yeah.
Oh, Marines ad.
Join the Marines, Aki. I can see it.
Yeah.
Aki
Very confident answer.
Aki would be like the ultimate, like the Marine's secret weapon. They would deploy. She's too cute to shoot, and while everybody's like, while the opposing forces are like, well, fuck, we can't shoot her. Then, you know, the rest of the Marines show up and shoot them, and it would be very effective.
Confusion.
The confusion.
I like, thought about it so much. Like, if I had a job where I was in a position of authority, it'd be so funny.
It would be.
Like, when I was called for jury duty like a while ago, and I was so embarrassed to talk because they put you like in the jury and question you one by one, so I just didn't talk at all. But then one of the defense attorneys were like really serious, so he like questioned me specifically because he was like, she hasn't talked yet. And then the minute I started talking, the like audience was like, oh. God.
That's too funny. Guys, you need to go look at first of all, go follow Aki on Twitter. Just do it. And then you have to look, there's a video she did in her cosplay of what is that character with the tail from ZZG?
Jane,
yeah, her Jane Doe, and she does steppies, guys, and it will absolutely cause you to just
it's
have like
so
an existential
fun.
You'll have like a whole existential crisis. You got just go. Just go and look, but don't be weird, chat. Especially if you're from my community. If you find out you're being weird, I will fucking come for you. In the small hours with a baseball bat.
In the small hours.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm like, imagine if I was in a position of power. Like if I was a surgeon or like a lawyer or even like an interrogator.
Aki,
Honestly, I think I'd be a good interrogator.
You would be a good. Oh, you know, I keep saying Aki. You're Mojika on Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, true. But I just go by Aki.
Yeah, she goes by Aki, but her stuff is under Mojika. I should have done. Hold on, I should have done this. I should have like included this in my stream description, but I'm kind of slow.
Oh, I was like, what? What did he do wrong?
There we go. That's her Twitch, and I'm pretty sure, isn't it, that you can find her Twitter through her Twitch. So yeah, but you guys should definitely be following her. If you're not, go do that right now. And then behold and perceive the Steppies video, and just brace yourselves because you're gonna be fucked up for a minute afterwards. That's okay
no
though.
Way. Is it that serious? serious.
It is that it is that serious.
It is that serious.
It is that serious. Also, to answer the question that you posed on your Twitter, you definitely, absolutely should never do a stream where you are writing on your thighs. Girl, what were you thinking?
God. Yeah,
Girl.
it was a unanimous answer. I
It-
think two people suggested like you can do your arm. So I was like, oh, okay.
The arm, yes, arm would be fine. Arm would be fine, but the I saw that and I was just sitting there for like a solid minute, like the whole like pinching the bridge of the nose happened. I was like, Aki.
I'm sorry. I don't have the VTuber brain.
This isn't even VTuber brain. This is just, are you a person on the internet? Like, do you think for a moment that you could possibly get away with drawing things on your thighs and it not turning into a goon fest?
You're right. I should have known better.
See,
the problem is I don't see anything as like sexual unless it's super like in your face.
right.
So then I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. But then, like some people, even like some people in my chat, like the smallest thing, they'll be like, oh my god, you know, like, oh, that's so hot. And I'm like, really? So I literally got like, I was like, I need 5 different opinions before I make a decision.
Yeah, no, we no. Your thighs do not belong on stream, please, Aki. As one of your moderators, please don't do this. Don't, because I am going to have to be in that fucking chat with like a fucking high-powered rifle just aimed at chat the whole time. Like, no, just
Not a
no.
rifle.
We're surpassing banhammers at that point. They're well, no, she was gonna do like an actual cam stream pan, so her thighs wouldn't be against Twitch toss because
I was asking for Donathon rewards, and then someone's like, "Oh, you can do thigh riding, like VTubers do that," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
yes, they do that because they're trying to get the Gooner money. That's why they do that. They're trying to get them Gooner dollars.
Pharaoh feet?
Oh yeah, so there's this long running joke that I whore myself for my Oshi, which is, so it started with Michi was streaming one day and I was like, I'll do face pics, but it's gonna cost chat like I told him it's going to cost chat like, you know, gifted subs, and I think what was it, like almost 300 gifted subs she got from my face reveal.
No.
Something like that. It was there's a member of her community, GGG Killer, and GGG is not fucking around. Like I set the goal, like I thought I set the goal really high, and then GGG dropped like 150 gift subs. Just bam. I was like, oh.
No way.
I was like, oh, wait. Yeah. And no, that wasn't even for the feet. That was for the face. The face is what got this. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. So that was crazy.
Wow, you really are selling yourself for your
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that it was hand reveal, and then I did the feet reveal. Like the other ones didn't do, you know, I wasn't asking for that much or whatever. But it was, oh yeah, I haven't, don't worry NFS, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just waiting. Don't think you're safe, because you're not. Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. I was not prepared for people to pay. Oh, you know, here, I'm just gonna send you. I'll send you the clip, and you can watch it at your convenience if you want to. It was really funny. She's got a dedicated clipper. Jesus Christ, if I could. So I just got a new keyboard, and my fingers are confused still. It's
40K? That's crazy.
What is it?
Someone like jokingly put up a box of 40k Space Marines for her boyfriend, and it got paid in less than 30 seconds.
I believe it. That's fucking not surprising. Honestly, that's really not surprising. Never underestimate the power of the anime girl.
Well, maybe if I beg for money, it will happen.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're gonna have to beg. Honestly, I don't think that's gonna be a necessity. Well, I don't think
times.
it's 88k views. God, that's still, what the fuck? Why are people like this?
What do you need funds for? Don't donate to me. It's for selfish reasons.
That's insane. 88k views on a clip. That's crazy. Anyway, every so often, Michi's community terrifies me a little bit.
Are you having another of the oh wow moment?
There, that's the clip right there. It's just 88k views on a clip is madness.
Whoa.
Absolute madness. Nah, just people go give money to Aki. Just do it.
Do not give money to me.
Don't listen to her.
End up being
You know how this works.
Gotcha.
That's fine. She needs money for gotcha, guys. Go throw Dilla dollars at her.
I think I lost all my polls on stream. And I just started laughing. I was like, please, I'll do anything.
Oh God, NFS, not the FAPA. Oh no. Yeah, there's a 7TV emote of my face now.
Oh right, you showed me.
That's
amazing.
It's crazy. I didn't even think about it until somebody pointed out that it's basically the same expression as the Kappa emote. It's wild. It's absolutely
Run a
wild.
collection for a Pharaoh model.
No, guys. Remember, we make money for the anime girls. The anime girls don't make money for us.
For you.
I don't need that. It's fine. Thank you. Did I tell you? So I'm getting close to 1K, and we're still working out if she can do it or not. But I was talking with Michi, and if she can make it happen, the plan is for my 1K celebration, she's gonna add a Pharaoh plushie to her store, so that
oh my God,
I can
you're
continue.
being turned into a marketable plushie.
So that I can continue to whore myself for my Oshi, because all the money made for from people buying the Pharaoh plushie will just go to her.
Nice.
I swear to God, Pan, I'll make sure that the plushie is far too large to be in any kind of fucking jar. All right, just no, absolutely not.
Life-size plushie.
There will not be a jarable Pharaoh. So it's actually funny because we just opened up a channel on her Discord server because people are starting to get their merch that they ordered for her, and within literal seconds of creating the channel and then announcing it, I had to immediately make a rule in that channel that if I see any jars containing Michi merch, that the person that posted it is immediately banned and no questions asked. Because as soon as I made the channel, one of the first things somebody said is, "Oh, can't wait to see all the jar pics that show up in here." And I was like, "Oh my fucking," and I was like, "Nope." So I've told all the moderator staff I am actually not fucking playing at all. If a single fucking jar picture shows up in that goddamn channel, you're gone. Toast. I don't give a fuck. You are out of there. Because that is like the most cringe thing that a person could possibly do. It would make Michi so uncomfortable if she saw that. So yeah. It's I would hope not, but you never know. I didn't think I was gonna have to ban somebody for continuously proposing marriage to my fucking streamer either, but here we are. You know, I just I didn't think that was ever going to become necessary, but it literally just happened. So yeah, immediately had to post in there and make it a pinned comment that if jar pictures were detected, people would be sent directly to the shadow zone.
People be sniped.
Immediately sniped.
They like reach into their pocket to pull something out and just snipe them.
Absolutely toast. As soon as I see the lid, it's over. It's not happening. Yeah, people on the internet are they are too weird.
You know, I didn't know about the jar thing until like 5 years after it was
I
created.
am not surprised, and actually kind of glad that that was the case. The fact that you weren't made aware because somebody was weird is good. I'm glad that that was not a thing, considering all the art and stuff that you do. I'm really surprised that that's not been a problem. No, Blaze, you cannot. They have already been dealt with. We're not going to torture them.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
I'd ban them just to ban them again. That would be actually kind of funny. But no, we can't do that. That would upset me. That would make Michi sad too if we were torturing them. She wants us to be merciful in our executions. One tap, call it a day.
Merciful death.
I did enjoy sending them the denial on their unban request though, I'm not gonna lie. This person Blaze, this person literally asked for a second last chance. Like they literally used that terminology after being warned twice, first by a mod and then by an admin.
What did they even say? They're like, I will treasure this second last chance.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. No, Blaze saw it. I handle all the denials because it's kind of like my job to tank the stupid, like when it gets to like a certain point. So I just told everybody to leave the unbanned requests alone and let me deal with them, because I if somebody's gonna act crazy, I want them to act crazy on me and not like another member of the moderator staff or Michi or anything like that. I do that on purpose. That's by design. To try to, make sure. I haven't had any particularly weird ones. I've had a lot of really pathetic ones. I mean, most of them are pathetic. And the thing is, like, people don't understand is that my philosophy is that if you did something bad enough to get banned, like there's no coming back from that for me, because like we don't ban for the funsies, right? Like ban is not actually like our first go-to. Normally timeouts and warnings are what we typically deal with, and then people go, oh, you're right, my bad, and then it's done, right? So we're not ban crazy or anything like that. So if you get banned, like you done fucked up again, Aaron, like you done fucked it all the way up if you actually got banned. Especially if you get banned from, like, not just from Twitch, but from the Discord. Like you have achieved something, because I think that was actually our first Discord ban that wasn't like a bot or something, or a scammer. Like we get a lot of bots and scammers, like not surprising, right?
Yeah.
But I think I want to say that person was literally our very first like you're being banned for doing things that we've told you not to do.
Oh,
yeah.
When would you unban someone?
Again, because the moderation team understands that, like, it's like we're not going to ban somebody by mistake. Like we evaluate a situation before we action it, right? So like we don't, again, because like I'm this way, and I've told all the moderators this is how I expect them to be, and it's we make sure that we are banning people appropriately. Oh, well, yeah, but that was just a misclick. That's different, you immediately fix that blaze. That's, again, when you've got 4,000 people in a chat, you try to click on somebody and you click the wrong person by oopsie. That happens maybe, but you immediately unban that person, so that's different. But yeah, again, it's yeah, exactly 9 times out of 10 we're not banning people, we're just giving them warnings. We actually have like a whole, like, we can just click it and it's a message that says, hey man, because Twitch added the warning system, so we literally have the warning that says, hey, don't be a weird champ, use common sense or whatever, and 9 times out of 10 that fixes it. They acknowledge it and then they don't do anything weird again and we're good.
Right. Bot raids, I've never had one.
See, that's what we use SiriBot for. SiriBot is amazing for that, because SiriBot is really good at eliminating bot raids and things of that nature, spam bots and stuff. So we haven't had to manually deal with a bot raid in Michi's. We've had bot follow swarms that we had to deal with, but again, Twitch is pretty good about detecting those, and a lot of the time Twitch will just take care of it before you even have to start messing with it.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never gotten like one of those raids, but I always said, like, if I get a hate raid, I'm gonna pull up my Hannibal presentation and just start going off.
I would absolutely love that. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, NFS, we can do something like that. Though I think it's in the rules? Question mark. If it's not, I'll have Amici add it to her stream rules or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's in the rules for the Discord server. We'll figure it out later. But yeah, we'll get that done, because yeah, you're right. Some people don't understand. And the thing is, like, if somebody comes in, like I had one time, somebody came and typed something and it looked like Russian or whatever. And Discord flagged it for misogyny, and I'm like, well, I don't know what that is, but Discord or Twitch flagged it, so yeet. Yeah, the Twitch mobile app is hot trash. It really is. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's so bad. But yeah, I mean, you have been, remember, no Russian. But yeah, so like, I don't know, it's not too bad most of the time. So yeah, if I have never once unbanned somebody. Like when they've sent me an unban request, I have never unbanned somebody based on an unban request, because again,
that makes sense.
It's just, because like they'll send an unban request, right, and then I'll go and I'll look at, because it'll show you like what got them banned. Like you can go back and click on their name and it'll pull up their chat history and whatever, and you can see what gets them banned, right? Yeah. And like, so, and every time I look and see what got them banned, well, it was something they shouldn't have been doing and either got warned about, or it was like just absolutely so egregious that that you're just like, oh yeah, yeah, we're not, nope, you don't get unbanned for that. So but yeah, it's like, or like in this guy's case, it's constantly doing something that's cringe and weird and making
banned for cringe.
Well, like there's a level of cringe, right? Like when you're mayking not just the streamer but everybody around you uncomfortable with the things that you're doing and saying. Sure. Like imagine if somebody came into your stream and in your Discord and all they talked about is Aki's my wife. I'm gonna marry Aki. Aki, you wanna marry me? Marry me, Aki.
I had that problem, but in real life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, oh, it was.
So unfortunate. That's right. I keep forgetting. Your stories you tell about IRL things makes me think you need like a bodyguard, like 24/7. Somebody just needs to follow you around and glare menacingly at the world.
I don't know. I am just in situations.
The Uber driver was especially.
Oh my God, that Uber driver.
That Uber driver.
The Uber driver was why I immediately got my driver's license.
Yeah, understandable. Like I could see why that would motivate you. Good pulse. I, I hope that hurt you. Good pulse. I hope that hurt you a lot. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I can totally understand why you would immediately feel the need to get your driver's license after that.
Yeah, I like went home for break, and I was like, okay, I'm taking lessons, I'm passing the test, and then that's it. We're gonna get a car.
Oh, hold on. Whoa, what is... Oh. Oh my God. So, you remember we were talking about me having a Legion and they informing of me about things?
Were you informed of something?
So the person that we're discussing that got banned or whatever is apparently still adding Michi on like Twitter and shit. I'll talk to me. I'll talk to her about that. Yeah, like I just got sent some screen caps.
Okay.
This person is still. Oh, hold on. Here, let me. Here. I'm gonna share this with you. I'm not gonna share it on stream because I don't want to start. Drama. But here, I'm just gonna send this to you, so you get an idea of why this person got sent to the Shadow Realm with extreme prejudice. It gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh,
well,
thank you for sending me this. I will address this to Michi.
Oh jeez. I hope they get the help they need.
Yeah. I will definitely send this up to Michi and we'll get this addressed. That's absolutely fucking cringe on a profound level.
Wow, I don't even know
That's
how I would deal with that.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, that'll get sorted out because we're not doing that shit. Ugh. Oh God, Yumi, that's terrible.
Whoa, that's insane. That reminds me, there was a post that went like viral years ago where like one person found out their whole group chat was just one person.
That's crazy.
And like they made like 6 different identities and pretended it was like 6 people just to talk to this other person.
That's your school. That's yikes.
Ah, that's so... God.
Yikes. That is super yikes.
Yeah, I had something similar when I was in high school. And like definitely the school does not do anything. They're just like, oh, well, try not to cause more problems.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I know this person was around, like, they've been around in her community for a long time, but, like, they weren't that bad, before. But their Delulu just got... Spiraling. Their Delulu just and it started getting to the point where it got bad enough that it like other people in the community were starting to make comments about it. And then it got the attention of the mods, and again, we didn't just straight to banning. I think NFS, you were the first one. Was it you or Blaze? One of you, I think it was NFS, was the first one to like message them and say, "Hey, look, I need you to tone this down, bro, because you're making other people uncomfortable. You're making Michi uncomfortable. We need you to ice it down." And then like to actually get an official warning on the Discord, like. That's work. You're creating work for somebody, because then they have to... Oh, was it Sarah? Oh, it was Sarah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Sarah did, and then Blaze hit him with... Yeah, that's right. Blaze hit him with both of the officials. So again, a mod tried to just say, "Hey man, calm down," right? Without doing anything official. And then Blaze had to go and do official twice. And again, you're talking about transitioning from having a mod come to you and say, look, man, you've been in the community for a while. Oh, did NFS do the second one? Okay. Yeah, non-mods were telling this person to calm down. Then a mod comes and tells you to calm down, and then like you get an official warning from an admin. Like there's like a whole process. There's like a whole process. It's not like this person was like just blindsided with ye olden ban. They got warned repeatedly. You gotta bring it down, homie, because we don't like this. It's against the rules. We don't do this here, and after being warned more than once, they were still going, and it's like, all right.
God. Yeah, at that point, there's like nothing you can really do.
Yeah.
That's a whole personal thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, you can't, there's certain behaviors that you're just gonna get, there's just certain behaviors that you're gonna get talked to about, right? And if especially if the mods are trying to be gentle, because again, this person had been in the community for a good long while. He was in the last community as well. Like, so again, we're trying to be reasonable with you or whatever. But like, again, especially when it's like, because it's like one of those deals, like you have to be doing some pretty crazy, be like really over the top if other people in the community are looking at you and going, hey bro, ice it down.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
And then that gets the attention of the mods, and the mods have to say, hey man, listen, we need you to ice it down. And it's like, you're achieving things, but not things you want to achieve.
Like you got attention, but
it's not the attention you should want. So yeah. It was unfortunate. Like, it was unfortunate. Like, obviously, we don't like banning members of the community. Like, we don't like having to, enforce. Oh my god, the stuff that has been put on my Discord. I just happened to look. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I'm sending this to you one second.
This is real time.
This is real time reaction to what's being sent on the Discord. Here. And the caption is, Aki, go on, Pharaoh, fillet their meat and grill it.
No.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations, my community now sees you a certain kind of way.
God, I'm never beating the allegations.
Never beating the allegations.
Full tier 4. Whoa.
Yeah, Pulse, what the fuck? Why are you not in my Discord? Hello. Yeah, no, they did. They went full special on that whole situation. Like again, you don't again, unless it's something egregious, we don't jump to banning. Like if somebody comes in and is saying hateful things, like especially like about or towards Michi, obviously there's not even a conversation had at that point. They just get sent the way of the dodo. But like if it's something that we feel like we can just give them a warning and be like, hey man, this is not really the kind of you're fucking up the vibe, homie. Like, then
You're ruining it.
You're not passing the vibe check. We need you to self-correct, please. And they do, then you're like, cool, we're done. I know we do issue a lot of warnings. There are a lot of warnings. So sometimes people, to be fair, like sometimes Michi talks about certain things, and I just sit back and I'm like, like if she talks about her fucking coochie meow meow one more time, I swear to God, I am gonna throw myself in traffic.
Coochie meow meow.
Yes, the coochie fucking meow meow. I have nightmares. I have nightmares, and they all circle around Michi going hee hee coochie meow meow, and I'm just like, Michi, could you not? Could you please stop? Yes, it's specifically that language too. It's the fact that is what she exactly, like exactly, Lulu. It is like you have really got to be doing something crazy to fuck up and miss the vibe check when the streamer is talking about her coochie meow meow, right? Like you have really got to be doing some extra nonsense when this is why I drink. So yeah, I mean, like, yes, exactly. Like Michi talks about some pretty unhinged things from time to time. It's no longer it's no longer TMI in Michi's community. It's just an average Wednesday. This is just an average.
Like, oh great.
This is just an average Wednesday now. Oh, we had like a whole there was one of the times I was visiting her in her stream. We had like a whole, so she brought up like you know, feminine products and stuff for when Shark Week happens, and she was like, I bet you guys don't even know anything about that, and I'm like, are you sure about that? So she was like, all right, bet. And I was like, bro, you picked the fucking wrong one to throw this gauntlet at. I was the eldest child in a single parent household with a little sister. Like, you don't even understand the fight you just picked.
That
You
is
don't
master
even
level.
you don't even understand the fight that you just picked. I knew what a pap smear was before I got out of high school. Fuck around and find out.
No, yeah. People like you always know more.
Yeah.
And like, probably I do.
That's like, I knew more than she did. I had to explain things to her. She was like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah. It was wild. It was wild. Well, I told her, so like when I was I get to tell somebody else the blue book story.
Blue book.
Okay, so when I was in high school, like I've always liked to read, right? My reading comprehension has always been a bit like abnormal. Like in, you know, when they do placement testing, when you're going from like one grade to another. So like my 6th grade year going into junior high, they did all of our placement testing, and I passed where I needed to pass, and that was fine, whatever. But then they basically told my mother that they had to guess where my reading comprehension was because I broke the test. They were like, we think he's probably like a junior, like a sophomore or a junior in college for reading comprehension. That's like one of my mutant abilities. Like I can read,
yeah, I
can read anything, and then like if you give me written directions, I can read the directions and just immediately translate it into actions. Right? Like I don't need somebody to sit and explain things to me. Like just give me the manual, and then I can read the manual and then just immediately start doing what the manual says to do without like a whole lot of there's not a lot of latency. It was funny when I was in high school, I took auto shop, and there was a thing that was set up to like teach you how to manually set timing back when you had to do stuff like that. And my teacher was like looking at me like he didn't think I was paying attention to what he was, because he was explaining it all. And he's like, are you even listening? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, it doesn't look like you're listening. I'm like, well, I've already read the thing. And he's like, oh, so you think you can just read the thing? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, show me. So I did the thing, and he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, get him. Oh
he's like, no, he was cool as hell afterwards. Like once he realized that I literally just am reading the thing and doing the thing, you know. Yeah, auto shop was for was mechanic stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Back when they still taught practical skills in high school.
I loved when they did that. The practical skills. Yeah. We also had like a workshop kind of like that, and it was my favorite class of the day. And then I also had a reading problem, but more like I got detention because I would read under the desk. I was like secretly reading, and the teacher would be like,
Oh,
"Stop
yeah,
reading!"
yeah, yeah, same. I used to get in trouble all the time for that. I had an English teacher one time that like we were doing reading out loud, right? And like I'm reading, the class is reading, and I read fast.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, so she would like call on me like to read out loud, and I'm like, okay, well, what chapter are you on? And she got this like real snarky like, you should really try to keep up with the class. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm on chapter 30. What chapter are you guys on? They're on like chapter 10. And I'm like, okay. And then it was like, nobody likes a show off. And I'm like, I'm not showing off. I'm just reading the book. Like, what?
I just like reading. I'm sorry, I'm a
And then as I've
guys.
gotten older, it's gone. It's not nearly like it was. But like when I was in school, I had a borderline eidetic slash photographic memory. So like I never took notes. I never took notes because when I came to take a test, I would tell people it's not so much that I'm learning things, it's that I just remember them. And like so like test time would come and I could literally visualize like the
That's
pages.
perfect for the testing
Yeah.
system, though.
Yeah, so I would ace tests and piss all my teachers off because they're like, you should be taking notes, and I'm like, no, just no. And then well, we'll see how you do when the test comes. I had a teacher half strip me one day because she was trying to find my cheat sheets were. Yeah, trying to figure out where
Oh
I was
my
keeping my cheat
god.
sheets because she was sure that I was cheating because she couldn't fathom that any student
That's
as
so
could be
frustrating.
better than her because I could do again when I was younger. This does not apply to now. As I've gotten older, this is all faded dramatically. But like in school, I could do like basic arithmetic. I could do like 5-digit long division in my head,
Right.
and so it was always like, well, show your work, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh my god, I got detention for not showing my work.
Yeah, I was like, I can't show my work because I just I look, I read, my brain does the thing and then regurgitates the answer. Like I don't know how to show. Like I finally one day one of my teachers was asking me about showing my work, so I literally just drew like this weird like gobbledygook on the page and then put out the answer. And I'm like, that's what happens. Okay, I look at the thing,
Ah.
my brain starts screeching in some demonic language, and then it spits out the answer. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of teachers who understand that everyone has different processing
Hmm.
ways and different ways of learning. And it's just so hard to restrict someone to one specific way
Yes.
because I also had the same problem where like my process would be so weird, but I would end up at the answer.
Hmm.
And I had one teacher in high school that like kind of noticed that, so she would give me she like, you can do this assignment, but you can change this part of the assignment to like make
Hmm.
it easier for yourself. And then I did so well in that class.
Hmm.
It's just like I love when teachers understand, you know.
I
And
got really lucky because I had a teacher. Algebra fucks me up. I
mhm.
can't do algebra. Can't do it. Don't know why. That I don't want. I'm sorry. Numbers are numbers and letters are letters, and you don't put them together. That's just how my brain is. If
For real.
you start putting the alphabet soup in my numbers, I just get completely. My brain goes, ha ha. No.
Mhm.
And so we had to pass algebra in order to it was like one of the requirements, right? And
Oh
which
god.
is so stupid. I have never understood anyway the whole public schooling system, but we're not going to get into that. So I had it. They put me. So I was failing algebra. So their answer was to give me summer school, and they put me in an algebra 2 college prep summer school program. Like, how
Oh,
does I'm having a hard time with regular algebra,
oh
and you're giving me
god.
expert difficulty algebra now? Like, the fuck are you doing? And so fortunately the teacher was like paying attention, right? And so she had my mom come in. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna get in trouble. But the teacher's like, listen, I've been teaching algebra for many years, and there are some there. She's like, the way that apparently the way that I was writing my numbers or something, like Like she was like, she's like, your son's brain is keyed on logic, like massively keyed on logic, and algebra is an illogical math.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, he is never going to get this. This is going to be a struggle for him forever. Fortunately, unless he's going into like a specific kind of field, he doesn't need to know algebra. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
So she just fucking she gave me a B. She's like, just show up for the summer school. Don't be a problem.
W.
And she just gave me a B so I would never have to fuck with algebra again.
Oh my god.
She was so cool. She's like, you're never going to get this, and trying to make it. Now, geometry? Oh, I aced geometry. Geometry was easy for me. I could calculate angles by looking at them. No problem whatsoever. But Pulse, get out. Hold on. Where's Pulse? Hey, check it out, homie. What I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. Bye. Anyway.
Oh my god.
69 seconds. I didn't even mean to do that. Nice. Talk about algebra. Algebra is so useful in life. Algebra is fucking useless unless you are in certain very specific fields, okay, buddy? Basic arithmetic makes sense. Like, I get why people need to know that. Can somebody unban him or unmute him, please? Because I can't see that screen from where I'm at in OBS.
I was like in math kind of the same way, but because I went to cram school because I'm Asian.
Yes,
and
of course.
Yes, and the headmaster there called my mom because they were friends. And basically I was like the dumbest kid there because it was like a pretty elite cram school.
Right.
And she only let me in because my mom was friends with her.
Right.
And she called my mom and she was like, for some reason, Aki keeps answering the harder questions and then skipping all the easy ones. Because I kept skipping like the algebra stuff or anything like that. But then I would see like pattern recognition and I'd be like, ooh, pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do pattern. I can do pattern recognition easy. Patterns? Hell yeah, I see those. No problem.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this shape. And then they were like, we don't get it because like everyone in the class does so well on all the other problems and they need help on the like pattern stuff. But then she only does the pattern stuff.
Yeah. Patterns easy. The rest of algebra, please away from me with that. I can't. The letters and the numbers turn into just a slurry in my brain. See, I had a really cool teacher, an English teacher in high school that I took her creative writing class when I was a freshman, and I would turn in we were supposed to turn in like, proofreads and stuff, like all that bullshit, right? And I only ever turned in final copy to her, and she's like, I don't understand, where's your proofread? Don't I need to? And then she would like she'd go through my what I would turn in, and she'd be like, number one, you're doing the things you do to grammar are like a violation of the natural order, but they still work, and I hate that because it still works. And how do you do this? What?
Nice.
And then she's like, you're turning in final drafts without proofreadings or anything like that. She's like, but your final drafts are actually proper. I'm like, yes, because I edit as I go. She's like, you edit as you go. I'm like, yes, I edit as I go. And she's like,
no, I can't do the 2 drafts thing and then the final.
It
whatever.
made her. I think probably one of the worst things I've ever done to a human being in my life was when I informed her that I absolutely despise writing and I'm never going to be a writer as like a profession, because like when I was a freshman, she went to the principal and had a special exception made to have me added as her TA for her senior class. Because her senior class, like, people were still sounding out words and shit, right? Which is like, so I would come and TA for her senior class, and it was funny because they never thought anything about it. I don't think they even knew I was a freshman, because literally I was just teaching them the same thing that like, because she told them, she's like, I can't teach him anything. There's nothing for me to teach him. He's already got it. Like, but I need him in this class because we have seniors sounding out words and I need help. And they're like, oh, okay. So I TA'd her senior class, which was crazy. But yeah, so like reading and writing, like easy mode, no problem. And whatever. So this is all, we've kind of tangented all over the place. So anyway, I had a best friend in high school, and his dad was out someplace, and he found they had like a big box of books for like nothing. It was like a yard sale or something. So he bought it, and like most of the box was like trashy romance novels, which was like, okay, well, not my thing. But there was like a little bookstore down the road that you could take books to them, and they'd give you like credit. So I could like turn in all this shit and get something I actually liked. But at the very bottom of the box, there was this like kind of largest like blue hardback book, right? Like something that you could conceivably refer to as a tome. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what is this? So I flip it over in the cover, and it says the American Medical Society Guide to Human Sexuality. And of course I'm in high school, so all I see is the word sex, and Gooner brain activates, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah. And so I start reading it or whatever, and obviously there were pictures and stuff with that, whatever. But more importantly, there were diagrams, and there were descriptions and instructions on anatomy and stuff like that. So I like read this fucking book, right? Because I was like, this feels like information that I need. This feels like valuable information. In point of fact, so when I got my first girlfriend in high school, the first time that we did things together afterwards. I mean, like, kind of sitting there, and I look over at her, and she's like mean mugging. She looks pissed. I'm like, oh,
No.
and I'm like, why do you look mad? She's like, I don't like that you lied to me. I'm like, what do you mean? What did I lie about? She's like, you told me you were a virgin. I'm like, yeah, I was like 45 minutes ago. And she's like,
my God.
there ain't no way that you're a virgin because you did things that I didn't know about, and virgins don't know how to do stuff like that.
I'm like, you don't understand.
I said, hold
read
on.
it in a book.
I pulled out the book and I handed it to her, and she's like, are you telling me you read a fucking book? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. I read a book.
That's actually so real.
I read a book. Well, I think what fucks up for a lot of people, like when you're young and it's like your first time or whatever, I think for the most part, the only guide that a lot of people have, especially nowadays, is like porn, and porn is super unrealistic on so many levels, especially if you're like watching professional porn and stuff like that. It's not realistic, and it sets expectations.
Yeah, but you read the tome.
No, I read the fucking instruction manual.
You read the sex tome.
It told me the secrets. The secrets. Women, I wish men could find I know where that is. Yeah, I know where that is. I know where that is. I know where that is over there. There's this other thing over here. Yeah, I know where all of that is. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I kind of like, before I do anything I'm not familiar with, I research it beforehand, and then I end up like being like, okay, so this is this and this, and then they'll be like, wait, I thought you didn't know about this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I just spent like the whole previous night
researching.
Like,
yes, right, researching. Listen, if you have high reading comprehension skills, you are an absolute threat to everything, because like if you can find any like tangible information that you can just read and absorb, but then it's like, it's not just that you've read it, you've absorbed it, you've packed it away, and then now it's there as an instruction set moving forward. And
yes.
That makes, just remember, if you meet somebody and they say they're a reader, you are always at a disadvantage.
It's over.
You are dealing with a dangerous individual, because if you say, oh, XYZ, this thing, and then give them time to research that thing, they will know as much as you or more before the next time you talk about XYZ thing.
Yeah, I used to have a friend that would always just be like, wait, how did you know this? And my answer every single time is like, oh, I read it.
Same. Same.
Like, you just didn't experience it? I'm like, no, but I read about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that happened. Oh God, if I had $1 for every time I did something completely random, and they're like, well, where'd you learn how to do that? Oh, I read about it. And they're like, you read about it? I'm like, yeah, I read about it, and now I can do it. They're like, the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. Reading comprehension, homie.
Reading fun.
Learn
Learning fun.
Learning fun.
Learning fun.
I mean, that's true. I mean, fair enough, Midnight, yeah. I don't know. I find everything interesting to a certain level. I don't know. I find learning in general, like the act of learning interests me. And maybe that's why I look at it that way, because I'm just like, yes, Pharaoh is the kind of gamer that looks things up on a regular basis. I mean, that goes back to like way back in the day, the first time I played Final Fantasy VII, right? So be me, the year is 1999. I am living in Massachusetts with my buddy Eric, and we are both playing Final Fantasy VII together. And when I was outside smoking a cigarette, and he comes out and he is just sobbing. He is crying uncontrollably. I'm like, oh my god, dude, are you good? He's like, you'll find out, man. You'll find out. I'm like, okay. And I'm not going to give a spoiler warning. This game is like 30 years old. If you don't know this, then I can't help you. So I'm like, okay, so I get in there, and there's the infamous scene where Sephiroth kills Aerith, right? And like Aerith, the devs knew what they were doing when they wrote that character, right? They knew every sad little emo gamer boy was going to fall absolutely in love with this character, right? Like, no questions asked. Like, Aerith was going to be the one. Like, Tifa was cool, but Aerith was like, everybody's like, if I could have a girlfriend, this is who I would want, right? And so he killed her. And see, so here's the thing. This is what I learned something very important about myself. So there's a quote from the guy that, well, I mean, it's in the manga, but anyway, we could say it's a quote from him. The guy that wrote the manga for Berserk, and it's what is it? Rage is a place where a man who cannot stand sadness goes, or something along those lines. And I learned that when something terrible, like really terrible and traumatic happens in my life, I don't get sad, I don't cry, I get angry. Like like fury, like Doom Guy would be proud levels of fury spawn within my being. So I had been playing the game, so this is back when we still had paper strategy guides. This is way before the internet was like a regular use everyday thing. And we had the strat guide for Final Fantasy VII, but I've been trying to avoid it because I just wanted to do like a clean playthrough. No, after that, I grabbed the strat guide. I then maxed out the timer on the game, because the game's in-game's timer maxed out at like 99 hours, 99 minutes. I was like, I maxed. When I got to Sephiroth, when I finally got to Sephiroth, my characters were max level. All of their materia was max level. All of their weapons were max level. Everything on them was max level. I never saw Sephiroth's fight, his attacks. He died too quickly.
W.
He died so fast. He had nothing. He had nothing except this is what you get. This is what you get. Like touch. You touched
beautiful.
My fucking girl, and now I'm going to not just kill you, I'm going to erase you from existence. It's like
Beautiful.
You don't get to do any of your cool. No, you're not doing shit, buddy. You're dying horribly. Well, so there was a materia in the game called Knights of the Round, and it was a summon materia, and it summoned King Arthur and his 12 Knights of the Round Table. And you had to do that. Carol's talking about the chocobo. You had to do all the chocobo racing minigame, because you had to get a perfect gold chocobo to get to the island where this materia existed. It was hours, days and days of getting it right, to get the chocobos right, and then get the right chocobo bred. But I did it. And and then there's another materia in the game called Mime. And what Mime does is it repeats whatever the last character did. So I had I had Cloud with Knights of the Round maxed out, all the maximum damage for magic and summoning, and all the materials that support that, right?
Yeah.
So when Cloud cast Knights of the Round, it was 13 rounds of 9999 damage. Because again, maxed out at you could only, the maximum damage you could do in one hit was 4 9s, right? So 13 rounds of quad 9 damage, right? And then it would be then it was Tifa's turn, and Tifa casts Mime. What does Mime do? Cast Knights of the Round for 13
Beautiful.
rounds of quad 9 damage. And then Barrett's turn. What does Barrett do? Barrett casts Mime for Knights of the Round.
This is so beautiful.
It was years ago. There was a so the way my buddy had his setup was his PlayStation would run into his VCR, and then from the VCR to the TV, so that if he did something cool in a video game, he could record it. There was a VHS cassette at one point of me doing this, because like when he saw what I did, he's like, I need you to do that again because I want to record it. He's like, he's like, I cannot believe what you just did to this man. Because there's another material that you get called haste, and haste, because when you would start a fight in Final Fantasy VII, there was a haste bar, and that would determine which characters got to go first, right?
Yeah.
So max haste meant that all of my characters got to go before Sephiroth, because fuck his slow ass. And so literally it was just Knights of the Round, Knights of the Round, Knights of the Round, get fucked. Next phase, Knights of the Round, Knights of the Round, Knights of the Round, get fucked.
That's just amazing. That's the beauty of gaming.
The rage that he spawned in my core. Touch my fucking girl, you get all of the fires of hell.
That's so real. My motivation for doing things is if I think it's funny, or if I feel petty.
Yeah. I tend to operate on both of those, and it's like, when I say petty, that can mean a lot of things on a lot of different degrees. My pettiness can manifest in all sorts of interesting ways.
My pettiness is like, it was like when I was in school, and for example, this guy who's like obviously smarter than the rest of us, but he like kind of shows off about it. And then I'm like, this kind of annoys me. So then I'll go home and learn his thing, but then like better, and then I'll go back and do it to him.
Nice. I absolutely love that for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, he had like this whole thing where, so he was on like multiplication before any of us, because we were in like kindergarten. And I was like, I kind of don't like this. So then I went home and I like made a system for each times table for me to memorize. And then I went back the next day and then like was at the same level as him. And I was like, this is nice.
Yes.
This is very nice.
And spite is like, I tell people, like, whenever I get like in hard times in my life or whatever, I always tell people, you know what keeps me going? Spite. I live out of spite for all of the people who have ever told me I would never make it, or this, that, or the other, whatever bullshit. Every day that I exist is just a continuing, like, fuck you to the world. My continued existence is entirely based on me giving the world the finger. See, I don't understand the whole Kendrick Lamar thing, because I didn't really pay attention to any of that.
He's just like kind of similar to you. So basically he was like, I think the last thing he was talking about how he went to therapy, and he's like, you know, I was trying to be a better person, and then after he did that, he came back, and then his whole thing with Drake was just like, the whole song was just spite and hate.
Nice.
And then people were calling him like the biggest hater.
See, I don't go out of my way to cause other people problems and stuff like that, right? Like, I try to just stay in my lane. I do my thing. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't generally speaking waste a lot of energy on hate, because I found that, you know what I found is amazing? You know what's better than hate? Indifference.
Yes.
When somebody is trying to cause problems in your life and you look at them and go, oh,
Yes,
Oh, isn't that cute?
100%.
That's so adorable. I love that for you. You know, pop off, queen. Right? They don't know how to deal with that. Like
Yes,
the
I love it.
opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference.
Yes,
Like, and
because hate is still a form of acknowledgement.
exactly, you're still putting energy into them if you hate them. I just choose to not acknowledge them. I did that to an ex-girlfriend one time. It was amazing. Like, put her into a whole minty bee. It was pretty funny. Bitch shouldn't have cheated. She'd have been all right. But no, she had to fuck around. She found out. To the point where the dude she started dating, the guy that she cheated on me with, like, came to me when they said, bro, listen, I don't care if you like cuss her out or whatever, but you got to stop this not acknowledging her thing because it's breaking her brain. And I'm like, that sounds like a not my problem scenario, bro.
That's not your problem.
Not my problem. I said, number one, not my problem. Number two, you have to think about the fact that I still live this rent free in her head, man. I'm just saying.
True. You're so right.
I was just like, just throwing it out there, man. That's something you might want to think about because I still apparently am occupying an unhealthy amount of space in her brain.
True.
So
I did, instead of indifference though, I do the thing where like I'm still really nice to you. So then what happened
that is
in high
that is an
school,
admirable
like
level of petty. That is an admirable level of petty.
Everyone stopped, so like the people that used to like pick on me or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
eventually they just all stopped because I developed this technique that just confused all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where I would just be so nice, they like wouldn't know what to do.
See, I developed a strategy. It was called breaking their fucking faces, and then they stopped bothering me. I didn't do a lot of fighting in school, but when I did fight somebody, I made sure it was a spectacle.
Nice.
I threw a
Yeah,
kid.
no.
I threw a kid across a gymnasium one time.
Oh my god.
Do you ever seen like the hammer throw event in like the Olympics or whatever? You know, where they grab the hammer with the thing and they spin. Yeah, I did that to a kid in high school. Grabbing him by the leg.
Nice. My leg.
Grabbing him by the leg. Well, when you're like 1/3 my size and you pick a fight with me, that's just, you know, I'm sorry that this is the choice that you made today. I'm sorry that this is the hill you decided to die on. But, you know, I just want to make sure that I don't, number one, I don't want to have to fight the same person twice. Number two, if I can make enough of a spectacle out of fighting this person, everybody else is going to at least think 3 or 4 times before, you know, because it's like, you know, one really spectacular, like one shot knockout, or, you know, you throw somebody or you grab them by the neck and shove them up a wall, or, you know, just spectacles, make a spectacle of it. It's all about psychology.
Yes. You know what? You're much more efficient than me. My method was not efficient, but it satisfied me.
Well, I mean, in my case, I think it's a lot of like, you know, you work to your skill set, right? And like I'm just gonna throw it out there that probably I don't see you being much of a physical combatant, at least
No,
not
after
yeah.
not after I turned 10.
Yeah, see, I've always been at the top of the bell curve for age to height weight ratio when I was growing up. So like I was bigger than most everybody else around me, and I tried not to be like a bully or anything. But man, keep your hands to yourself is kind of like the golden rule, right? Yeah, see, nowadays I haven't had to fight anybody in ages because I've perfected the art of the sociopathic killer face. And combined with my height and stature, it's generally speaking, like, I just have to look at somebody the right kind of way, and they go, "Oh, you just stopped seeing me as a human being." I'm like, "I never thought of you as one in the first place," and then they're done. They are done. They're like, "I don't, nope, that no, I don't want to play with that kind of crazy." If you can show the crazy, like really, like put it on display, most people are like, "No, that's not something I want to play with."
Nice. I just liked confusing them, I think. Because there's this one guy that would like purposefully ask me to borrow, like if they could borrow a pencil,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would just never return it. So then I was like, it'd be kind of funny if I like just had an infinite supply of pencils. So I had like the really, really cheap kind where like the
Yeah.
eraser like
Yeah.
didn't even work.
Yeah.
So every day I just put one in my pencil case, and then every day he'd be like, "Can I borrow a pencil?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." I just kept giving it to him
Tell
nonstop.
me that they were unsharpened too.
Yeah, it was just like whatever I could find from like 10 years ago or whatever.
That's amazing.
And then I just kept giving it to him. And then every single day, like, I could see him getting more and more confused, like, not sure what he was doing. And he's like,
what is it?
Isn't
it like the stoat that like does weird things to confuse like predators and prey? Aki uses the stoat defense. She confuses the predator by being like just so too random.
Yeah, and then he got so frustrated, he like straight up tried to trip me, like on my way back from my desk or whatever.
Wow.
And I just like stepped over his leg and then sat back down. And then he asked me for a pencil again, and I was like, yeah. And I gave him another one. And then eventually he just stopped because he was like, what's the point?
That's under the circumstances, that's actually probably like a good way to do it. Like, honestly, that's yeah. I mean, just confuse them to the point where they're like, I don't know if I want to keep picking on her because
they're like, what is even going on right now?
What is happening here? What am I even witnessing at this point?
It is finding somebody.
And then that's when I realized, I was like, oh, this is pretty fun.
Aki wins by head games. Amazing.
Yes.
I approve.
Yeah, I do have the aptitude. It's like when you said you got the TA thing for like the reading and stuff like that. I got something similar, but instead of TA, it was like an internship, and it was with my school psychologist.
Nice. So yeah, they just So see, nowadays I have my roommate to do the head stirring. I don't have to do that anymore. If it's head stirring, I just hand it off to her. But here, do something to this person.
Do something to this person.
Like the last person in the world you ever want stirring a spoon in your brain is my roommate, because she is diabolical.
Yeah, no, I would never actually like do something that I think would upset someone, but it was pretty fun, just like confusing people. Because then what ended up happening was, by the time I was interning, a lot of the kids that like picked on me were also troubled themselves. So they would be in like the counseling session, and then I would just be sitting there.
Nice.
Next to the psychologist.
Right.
Like shadowing. And then obviously he would make me like do some of the work, right? So it's just me talking to these people, and the looks on their faces are just like, what do I do?
When the person you used to bully is now sitting in on your therapy sessions, like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and then the school psychologist would be like, oh, Aki, why don't you try asking them like how they feel about this? Like, do this exercise with them. And I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, oh, so how did your dad make you feel when he did this?
Oh my god, no. That's too funny. Yes, Pulse, yes. All of the above.
Yes,
everything. Okay, I need to go put adult clothes on because I have to go do adult things because it's about time for me to head out for work. So and nobody that I would normally raid is on, so we're just gonna end stream. This is rare. It doesn't happen very often. We just get to end stream. Normally there's some kind of a raid that happens, but no, nobody is on right now. So I am
I like how we always end up just yapping.
I know, right? So we were originally going to do this like a couple weeks ago, guys. Like we were going to do our first collab, and we ended up just in a call for like 4 hours just yapping about this, that, and the third. So Midnight, I thought about that because I know what do you call it? I know Mel and Zentreya are both streaming, but like if Michi was streaming, I'd raid Michi because whatever, that's like established relationship. I tend to try to stay in my lane. Is she about to start? Doesn't she start at? Oh, that's right. Time zone changes. No, doesn't she normally start in an hour?
Time zone changes.
In daylight savings.
Oh, I never followed that.
Yeah, I think Michi starts in an hour, doesn't she? Because of daylight savings. Am I crazy? I thought she's supposed to stream. Is it in 4 minutes? No, daylight savings is dumb. Completely agreed. It's very dumb. Oh yeah, it says that she's supposed to start. Okay, well I guess we can yap for like 3 more minutes until Michi starts.
That is no problem for
We
us.
will. Yeah, apparently it's not a problem. We can yizap for. Oh yeah, there it is right there. I just got the notification that she turned on VTube Studio. So yeah, so she's definitely getting ready to start streaming soon. Okay, so we will just continue to yizap until them 4 minutes are up, and then we'll go raid Amici because that's a fun thing to do. As soon as she goes live, we're gonna raid her because I do need to put like outside pants on because I can't go in pajamas to work. And sadly.
Going to your work in pajamas would be so funny.
They'd make me leave. There's a whole ass dress code we have to. It's a whole ass dress code we have to adhere to. So eventually midnight. Eventually, like I said, we're gently easing Aki into the madness that is my social circle. Guys, I don't think you understand what a coup it was just for me to get Aki into a voice call. Like you don't understand. Okay. Give me time, guys. Give me time. It's a process.
It's similar to leaving a trail of treats
Mm-hmm.
for a cat.
Yeah, I have to gently bring her out from the. She's been hiding under the bed for the last 6 days. So slowly but surely coaxing her out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cia. I think she's been busy because I haven't heard from her. I have to bug her a bunch.
Yapathon.
Oh my god, Michi would probably be okay. So I think Lulu and Pudding are going to be the most scary initially, and then Michi would be gentle. Yeah, Mira. The thing with Mira is time zones. Yeah, because Mira's in Britland, and Britland and where I live are not very conducive to getting things done. Plus, she's still trying to work out. She started a new job, so she's still trying to work out her work-life balance. Like she doesn't get to she doesn't get to. It's hard for her right now to do any kind of streaming, let alone collabs. So, but eventually there will be Mira streaming. Mira would be morning time streaming because my morning time lines up with her evenings. So that would be a morning time stream, and eventually you could actually be there for that too. Mira is you. I think Mira and you will gel pretty immediately because Mira is super chill. Gek, that's the one that is the daughter for real. I think you're gonna gel with her because she's really chill. And she knows that when I tell her she needs to be gentle, she knows how to be gentle. Same thing with Michi though. I can tell Michi, be gentle, and Michi will be gentle until you have a chance to get used to them. They're both they're both Indonesian, so I think that Southeast Asian upbringing has something to do with all that. So
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, European time is just an absolute disaster. Well, I don't know. I haven't been playing a lot of WoW, honestly. I haven't talked to Anda since Thanksgiving, so I need to get up with her at some point. Hold on, please. There we go. Yeah, I do a lot of collabing. I don't like I know my community likes it when I stream by myself, but I feel like I'm super boring when I stream by myself because I don't have anybody to like directly interact with. And normally
You're a good yapper, though.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem: is that when I'm solo streaming, right? What happens is my chat apparently shows up for Pharaoh ASMR or something because they don't talk to me. Yeah, chat. I'm calling you all out right now. So like, I'll be playing a video game or something, and I'll be like basically mostly talking to myself. See. This is what I'm dealing with here. So it's difficult for me to yap when I don't have anybody to yap back at me.
What my chat does is mention one thing I'm into,
and then she just goes.
2 hours is
she just
nonstop.
goes. She hyper fixates, and it's amazing.
When I finished mouthwashing, it was half of the VOD is me finishing the game, and the other 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, is the end of the game. I was like, this is what I think that meant. And then like it was just 3 hours of me yapping about the game I just played, which is crazy because it takes people around 3 to 4 hours to just finish the whole game. So I technically just went like another like
yeah, I need to get mouthwashing. I've been told that I need to play that game.
And then I was like forced to end stream because I was like, okay, I really have to go.
Yeah.
It was like just nonstop talking.
I also got I think Michi says there's a game she wants me to play, so there's going to be a her sitting in Discord with me while I play this game stream at some point, chat. It's the Chilla's streaming game, I guess. You know, Chilla's horror.
The horror game.
Yeah. We need more Aki plays Chilla horror games content.
I should put that as a donathon goal.
Yeah, you should put that as a donathon goal because I promise you I will pay the money to get you to that dono goal because I want to see you play.
Play these games.
I really need you to play Chilla's Arts games. I need you to. I need this in my life so badly you don't understand.
God.
All right. Okay. I am going to start raid now. We're going to go ahead and raid over to Michi because it is. I really do need to do the going to work stuff because bills.
Yes.
Bills are a thing and they are never going away. So
yes, they are a thing.
They are a thing forever. Thank you guys as always for coming, and I hope you have a good rest of your time zone. I know I didn't announce this stream because I wasn't sure with Aki having construction things happening in her life right now if there's going to be a problem or not, but I will try to make sure the next time we collab that there will be an announcement ahead of time so everybody knows that this is going to happen. Imagine me doing proper streamer things.
We will play a game next time.
maybe we'll actually play a game next time. Well, I'll you know what I'll do is I'll play one of my horror games and you can just be over my shoulder while I play a horror game.
You know what? That might be like an easing into it thing.
Yeah. I do that sometimes with some of my anime girlfriends. Is I'll play the horror game while they watch, and then
I'm cool with that.
Because
not me playing it though.
Horror games don't scare me. I need somebody else to scream for my chat.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, chat. Take